Tom, a difficult afternoon for the group. Seemed Quins' physicality and speed got the better of the group this afternoon.
Quins are a fantastic team. They're second in the league for a reason, and they're title contenders every single year. They had some very big players coming back today, and they just took their chances very well.
It seemed as though Bears were their own worst enemy at times. When they got into the 22 knock-ons, things aren't going right, ball kind of coming out, and it just didn't really allow for that continuity with ball in hand.
No, I talked to the players at half-time and I said it's just those little percentages, that little pass or that drop, or running too high into the contact, or getting off the line but then running into a tackle quite too high, or giving a penalty away. As you said, we'll get into certain areas, build well, and then we'll just give something simple away. I just felt like the story of the game was Quins didn't have to work hard for their tries. They just, as I said, they're a great team, one of the best teams in the country, and when they do get a sniff, they're going to take that. Very similar to Exeter in the men's game and Saracens previously. So it's just, you have to be on your mettle when you play teams like this.
There were a number of youngsters in the group today, a lot of their first kind of starts and outings, and it's difficult when you come up against such a big opponent as Quins for them to really perform and shine.
There's definitely two sides to that. Like, you had Delaney Burns, she had to step up. The last 2 weeks she's gone from not being really involved to performing very well in training, coming off the bench against Sarries playing outstanding well, to calling a line out for the rest of the game. Unfortunately Holly Cunningham got injured, and she'll probably call the line out next week depending on selection. So the growth we're going to get in these young players is fantastic. Izzy Ayres, China Kill, these people is fantastic, but also it gives the leaders and the senior players, they have to try and manage that as well. So there's going to be some learning there for them as well. Saying today was tough because they had to manage players that didn't have much exposure to our game. So I think they did very well today as well. But it's a whole team effort, a whole squad effort, a whole staff effort, and we can either get closer or we can be put away and become individuals, and I just don't see that happening here. We're getting tighter as a group. Yes, the performance has been tough, but we've got to start building towards next year. We've got Worcester next week. It's going to be a tough challenge as well, away at theirs, and there's always a rivalry between Worcester and Bristol. So we start back on Monday, back to foundations. We're not going to try and change anything, because believing in the system, believing in the foundation, and believing in our vision, we just have to stick together and keep moving forward.